Matt Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
And so are you. Thank you for being here. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter as things get crazier and crazier. That's why we're here, though, to make the apocalypse fun.
Yay.
And that's exactly what we're doing.
Yeah, and you know what makes it fun is a tambourine makes everything more fun. Didn't make it more fun? You don't seem like it's more fun yet.
It didn't feel any more fun to me there, but maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me and the tambourine.
Maybe so.
I don't know.
Well, did my best there.
Nice try.
Thank you.
There's just we've got a great show lined up. There's just so much to talk about, so many things to do, so many places to see.
Y'all were working overtime on the great tweets yesterday, Pat Heads, after the show. That was fun. Thank you.
We had that cross-walking guard dog, the dog who in the country of Georgia.
Yeah, you liked that video.
Got a tweet from I didn't necessarily mean
there he
we
is.
need to, but there it is.
Yeah, there he is. Look at him. He's
guarding the children.
Yeah, look at that.
He led the children. He led the children. Oh, and he barks at
He does not like cars going by.
all the cars who
kids are trying to get by,
ignore the kids. He barks at them.
Yeah, so we got a tweet from
Georgia.
The Republic of Georgia from, what is his name? Kivnit?
Something like that.
Sure.
He says, that's Republic of Georgia, by the way. I live in that exact town. It's called Batumi. So, you have listeners even from here. That's really kind of cool.
Well, send us more information on this dog, because A, I'd like to know his name. B, does he still do it? And C, if Jeffy is right and he got hit by a car, in Jeffy's world. Don't tell us that. Tell us he's happy.
What are you doing in Georgia, the Republic of Georgia? It's interesting to me.
Yeah, if you're listening to the show, you have common sense. It's time to get some. Although, those former Soviet republics, they
many of them love the United States.
They understand freedom.
Yeah, they do.
Much more than a lot of people in this country do.
For sure. Jules, Queen of the Patheads, tweets. How's she doing, by the way? She gone in for the second round of...
Yeah, she's going through radiation right now, and then in a few weeks, they do the second bone marrow transplant. It's been very tough for her. Again.
Thoughts and prayers still with you, Jules.
Yeah, absolutely. And, the way she got that moniker, Queen of the Patheads, that's where some liberal troll once was giving her a hard time. And that's what he, I think, dubbed her.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she tweets, renaming the Masters Golf Tournament? What about MasterCard, Master Blend Coffee, Toastmaster, Master's Degree, Masters of the Universe, Spy Master, Postmaster, Headmaster? Great.
You could do this
great
all day.
Question. I mean, MasterCard. What?
Right?
So when will they be changing their name? That's a really good point.
And remember, master bedroom, primary bedroom.
So apparently only the Masters golf course, the Masters tournament is offensive, and the master bedroom. All these other masters are just they're perfectly fine. Perfectly fine.
Yep. I tell you, it's fascinating. If this is such a big deal, why is it all of a sudden a big deal?
Why wasn't it a big deal a long time ago?
This society has lost its marbles for the last time, I'm afraid.
So you visited a Walmart yesterday?
Oh, I did. Yeah, I did, and I snapped a picture of a particular aisle. You know how there's been talk about locking particular items up. Well, lo and behold, look at all those dental products locked up. You talk about people with teeth being discriminated against. Look at that. Just behind lock and key. If you want to clean your teeth, then I guess you have to go in and find someone to unlock the door for you. See, look, they even warn you. You're on camera. I see you eyeing these toothbrushes. Look at that.
Usually what they do is they lock up the really expensive products.
Right.
Like, I don't know if they got electric toothbrushes and whatever, probably, right?
Sure.
The Sonic kind and all
Yeah,
those.
but if
they
you
can
just-
run up to $100.
Yeah.
So, you put those behind lock and key.
Wow.
They lock up the videos.
You're part of the system.
Yeah.
I see.
Okay. Just the systemic racism that I enjoy. I'm just supporting it all. From Derek Hillen, This country is so racist that 15 FBI agents were sent to investigate a noose in a garage, yet they allow the cities to burn and statues to fall. So true. Mm-hmm. So that's how racist we are.
Yeah, the federal government gets involved over a noose in a garage.
Speaking of the noose in the garage, Bubba Wallace, it looks like he apparently now, finally, is recognizing the truth, accepting the truth, that it wasn't a noose, because initially, here's some of the things he had to say on Don Lemon about the FBI report, that it wasn't a noose directed at him.
Do you believe that it was intended for you in that way? Or what are you saying here?
It was a noose. It was a noose that was whether tied in 2019 or whatever. It was a noose. So it wasn't directed at me, but somebody tied a noose. That's what I am saying.
Oh, that's okay. That's what he's saying.
We got it, man. It's a noose.
Yeah. All right. Play the other cut from him as well.
I'm pissed. I'm
He's
mad
pissed.
because people are trying to test my character and the person that I am and my integrity, and they're not stealing that away from me, but they're just trying to test that. And as a person, Don, that doesn't need the fame, doesn't need the hype, doesn't need the media, I could care less. I could give two craps about that.
Okay, there's a lot going on there. First of all, let's address the I could care less portion. For the love of all that is good and holy, it's just not that hard. I could care less is a meaningless statement. If you could care less, then it's entirely possible that you care a great deal.
Are you testing his character?
No. I'm testing his grammar. If you couldn't care less, you obviously don't have any care at all.
There you go.
I mean, I don't care at all about it. That's what I couldn't care any less than I do.
There's a level of math involved, and even I get it.
Come on. Oh. Second, for whatever reason, even though he's now essentially been forced into accepting that this was yet another nothing burger of a racist incident, it's pretty clear that the left, and maybe even Bubba Wallace, did not want to let this go. They didn't want, they desperately wanted this to be some sort of noose lynching threat. Finding out that that it wasn't, that was quite possibly the biggest disappointment of the year for these people. In fact, some of them are still not admitting that it wasn't a noose directed at Bubba Wallace. First of all, there's no way that this racist person who did the noose could have known that Bubba Wallace was going to be in that garage. And it wasn't there since, from what I've heard, it's been there since 2017 or 18, right?
Oh, wow. I thought they went through and did all of those handles in the fall of 2019 when they redid the garages.
Okay, so maybe...
At least that long.
Maybe it's been, almost a year. But whatever. It's obviously not directed at him. It's obviously not any kind of threat or racist message to Bubba Wallace.
Okay, well, somebody tell that to Al Sharpton.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
The FBI identified it as a noose. NASCAR said it was a noose, so went along with the FBI's characterization.
Yeah, they changed that.
It was a noose. So the question is, even if they did not know that Bubba Wallace was going to use that stall, why was a noose in the stall? It's clear what a noose represents. And I think to go whether or not they knew that sooner or later the one black driver would use that stall really doesn't answer why it was in the stall at all. And then did someone know that it was in the stall when they did belatedly assign Bubba there? So I don't think this answers a lot of questions. And clearly from what we just saw of Bubba Wallace, it does not seem he, who is the victim and possible target in this matter, seems to be satisfied with this. So I do not think that we've seen closure in this particular inquiry.
In other words, why was traffic problems nooses hung? That's what I'm trying to ask.
Yeah. Okay. And he kind of got into some Jesse Jackson territory there. why was it in the stall at all? I mean, that's a Jesse Jackson line.
Just in case Bubba Wallace ever wound up in that stall, in that garage, then they've got the racist noose there hanging, waiting for him. I just,
Apparently
it's unbelievable.
That's the line of thinking for Al Sharpton.
The good thing for Al Sharpton, though, is he's got so much credibility because he's dead on every time.
Dead on, yeah.
Dead on.
You had a pathead King Diamond court jester who said that NASCAR and Richard Petty Motorsports, get ready for the Al Sharpton shakedown, because that's what's happening here. He's not going to let this go. That's a great point.
Well, did he let the Duke lacrosse team thing go? No. Did he let Tawana Brawley go? No. He continues no matter what. No matter what. It's still a racist incident.
Facts don't matter, man. Not in 2020.
Not in the least. He's done this over and over and over again, accusing people of really horrible things, and had no idea what he was talking about. Turned out to be wrong. He's never apologized, to my knowledge, for any of them.
No.
Including Tawana Brawley. That whole incident. I mean, you ruined people's lives there. Go back and look what happened to the Duke lacrosse players. I mean, that was despicable. And that was an iffy incident from the very beginning as well. So, it continues.
Here's the sad thing with the Bubba Wallace situation, is that the noose was only the beginning. They have found so much in his garage that isn't really getting a lot of traction that I think we need to discuss here on the program. Somebody needs to point out all of the hate-filled paraphernalia that's been showing up in his garage.
Yeah, let's not hide it. There you go, right there.
Wow, look at that.
Someone left KKK hoods next to the water cooler in Bubba's garage right there. Look at that.
Triangle cups, if you're listening to the podcast. But that's not where it stopped, obviously.
Oh, man. That's a burned cross in his garage stall.
That'd be a tire
or some people would call it a tire iron, but clearly to me, that's straight up a burnt cross. Straight up.
Whoa!
Oh, my gosh. Not a white hood. A white hood also found in Bubba Wallace. There's no denying that's a white hood.
There's no denying. And look, it's even got little slits in it, too.
Oh, so yeah. So if you have really wide eyes, they would see through those slits.
In case you're listening to the podcast, that's the front end of a car. This is the greatest meme right here. I love this.
Bubba Wallace, best race card driver ever. Oh, man.
Okay.
You know, he's not to blame here, except for the fact that to me, it seems like I don't know if he wanted to hold on to this. I don't know if he liked it. He likes the attention. I don't know. I don't know Bubba Wallace, so I don't follow NASCAR. I've never heard of any of them. Well, I've heard of some of them, but I don't think I'd ever heard of him until just recently.
And just remember now, if you do badmouth him, he could care less.
So he might actually like it? He might actually like it.
Now I'm lost. Yeah. So
okay.
But Reverend Al, he's going to be on this. This isn't going away. He'll be at the next NASCAR event. Rob, when's the next NASCAR race? Sunday at Pocono. Pennsylvania, get ready because Al Sharpton is going to join you there.
Nice. So, what if they are they going to follow the rules and the whiteys get to run the race with a flat tire?
They better. Is there even a question? Is there a question that the whites are going to have to do the Ford and then
because of their white privilege,
and then the half tank of gas, right?
Right.
And a one pit stop for whites and as many as you want for blacks.
The hole in the radiator to start the race.
Forget the hole in the radiator thing.
Yeah, it's very important.
That sure is.
And then, of course, the whites have a speed limit of 35 miles per hour.
And again, if this is to combat years and years
systemic racism in NASCAR racing. Systemic racism. Yeah, which is what's caused Bubba Wallace to have never won a race so far. And so we want to eliminate, or at least negate, all the systemic racism. So that should help. This weekend, we'll see. We'll see. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Let me take 1 minute and tell you about Keeps. If you've been disturbed recently by hair loss and you start to see the top of your head thinning or balding. It's ugly. But there is something you can do about it. You can go to keeps.com/Pat. Keeps offers generic versions of the only 2 FDA-approved hair loss products. They're the real deal, and they save you a fortune. Just go online. You don't have to go to a doctor, answer embarrassing questions. You just answer a few questions online, snap some pictures of your hair, and send those in. Then a doctor evaluates all of your information and recommends the right FDA-approved hair loss treatment for you. And it's shipped discreetly to your door. To get you started here, we're going to get you 50% off your first order. So it's already the incredibly low price because it's the generic versions. And now you get an extra 50% off as well. Go to keeps.com/Pat. That's keeps.com/Pat.
Pat Gray, Unleashed.
This is kind of cool. There are some calls now, well, by BET founder Robert Johnson, who's also calling for reparations, but just $14.7 trillion in reparations.
I mean, small price to pay for justice.
Almost nothing, really. When you think about it, that's almost nothing.
Yeah.
But he's calling now for an independent Black Lives Matter political party, which would be absolutely fantastic.
Right?
Yes, please do this and split that Democrat vote, because we can't afford to ever have another Democrat in the White House. We just can't afford to make it happen. Right. This could actually seal that deal.
Yeah.
I love it.
So you just referenced a couple of things he said yesterday. Do you want him talking about the party clip, or do you want the message for protesters?
See the party clip first.
Okay. You were on Squawk Box a few weeks ago talking about reparations, and now this. I mean, you're definitely thinking big. What leads you to the idea that a new party, an independent party, is what's needed?
Well, I've been convinced for a long time that 40 million African Americans who tend to vote as a bloc in one of the two parties limit their leverage in getting action from both parties. And I think it's time that African Americans form an independent party.
Me too.
Not be an appendage of one party or ignored by the other party.
Right.
And using their leverage in a democracy.
Well,
to say
it's not a democracy.
We stand for things that are principally focused on the interests of the 40 million African Americans, and not have that diluted by trying to be a part of another party where the interests may diverge and oftentimes do diverge. And it's been a fact that had African American interests been fully embraced by one or two of the dominant parties, we wouldn't have the tremendous social, economic, racial issues that we have now.
Amen, brother. I'm with you. I'm all over that.
It's time.
It's time.
It's time.
He's right.
Yeah.
When you're right, you're right. And he's right. They need to have a Black Lives Matter political party.
Sure deal.
Yes, please.
Democrats aren't treating you right. They haven't for 100 years. I don't know why you're even in that party to begin with. That's a whole different discussion.
Thank you.
It's time to break away and form your own party.
He's a genius.
I mean,
he's
nailed
a genius,
it, right?
Yeah. In fact, if he actually makes this happen, then we should almost consider the $14.7 trillion. It'd almost be worth it, frankly.
We'll have a conversation.
I'll
promise you that.
Okay.
In fact, we will give you a Robert Johnson holiday, because that would be.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, now that's
absolutely that's a done deal.
Done deal.
Consider that done.
So
that's a great idea.
That is awesome.
Black Lives, the BLM party. I love it. Yes.
So
it's time to have the 40 million African Americans in this country have somebody to vote for that they can really get behind.
Yeah, because one communist party in America, not enough.
That's not enough.
Need two.
Well, we actually have three. You have the actual Communist Party.
Right, exactly, yes.
You have the Democrats.
Party, and now
you might have the Black Lives Matter Party, which is fantastic. Yes, please. I love it.
Yeah.
Then he also talked about white people removing statues.
It's, people having fun that they can go out and pull down a statue and have the mistaken assumption that black people are sitting around cheering. forum say, oh my God, look at these white people. They're doing something so important to us. They're taking down a statue of a Civil War general who fought for the South. Black people, in my opinion, black people laugh at white people who do this. The same way we laugh at white people who say, we got to take off the TV shows.
Okay, we got to take off the TV shows.
I don't know. Maybe that's the Tina Fey stuff.
Oh, okay, maybe. Yeah, because they're taking those
bottom
4
line,
episodes off.
Robert, what's happening is those are Democrats knocking those statues down. You should not associate with them. In fact, you should probably go and form your own political party.
Yes, the Black Lives Matter
look what
party.
the Democrats are doing to these statues that you're mocking, right? I mean,
yeah.
I think it's time.
That's why some of the things he said lately have been so surprising, because sometimes he makes a lot of sense. He made a lot of sense with the new political party.
Yeah.
And he's obviously right on the white people taking down statues. Because when you look at the mobs that are doing it, you see mostly white people. Whiteys.
And you talk about him making sense. I mean, he's also the author of the $14.7 trillion reparations bill.
Right, which we need to have a conversation
about.
Right after he gets the Black Lives Matter party together, then we need to have a conversation.
Yeah, that's the deal. That has to be a done deal. You guys have to nominate someone for president under the BLM flag. Then we'll
have a conversation.
Have the conversation of the.
So there's a conversation already going on with the Black Lives Matter leader about if this country doesn't give them what they want.
Oh boy! So we got the chick
got a
saying
message
that they're Marxists, and now we got the dude saying this.
Yeah, check this out.
Burn it down. You said burn it down. It's time. So that makes me think that you want to burn it down.
I said if this country doesn't give us what we want, then we will burn down this system and replace it. All right, and I could be speaking figuratively. Okay. I could be speaking literally. It's a matter of interpretation.
No, you're the person. See, when you're saying the words, you don't have to interpret it. You tell us what you're saying. How about that? Because you are saying to burn down the system and replace it. Replace it with what? Well, look at their website, and you'll see what. Listen to their words.
We are trained Marxists.
I'm sorry, what?
You are trained Marxists.
Trained Marxists?
Are trained Marxists.
They are trained Marxists. And that's what they want to replace it with. They want to replace it with Marxism. They want to burn down the capitalist system and replace it with Marxism.
Hey, I wonder what he wants, though. Like, what do you want? You said, give us what we want.
What they want is Marxism. That's what they want.
Okay.
What they want is for the nuclear family to be destroyed. They talk about it on their website.
Yeah, they don't want
replacing the Western nuclear family.
Equality doesn't matter. I mean, that's just the window dressing.
Right.
For what they really want.
That gets them in the door. They'll come for the racism, but you'll stay for the radical agenda.
And seriously, I mean, think of all of the government-based programs, and I mean, we could literally just, and maybe we should do that. Maybe we should list all of the things that this government has provided to African Americans as an apology for the last half century, and add it up and see if it's still not enough. Then I guess all that's left to try is Marxism, huh? Yeah, all right, let's do that.
Yep. Yep.
So gross.
I mean, we're so messed up right now. Just so messed up. In Tulsa, their soccer team, it's a semi-pro National Premier Soccer League. They just announced they're no longer going to play the U.S. national anthem at their home matches. And instead, they're going to feature Woody Guthrie's This Land Is Your Land.
Oh, no.
It's dedicated as a song of patriotism.
No.
Again, that's not what This Land Is Your Land is. It is not a patriotic song. But they're really concerned about the Star Spangled Banner's third verse, which, first of all, nobody knows there's a third verse. No one's ever sung the third verse of the Star Spangled Banner.
I bet Bernie has.
The game would be over by the time they got to the third verse. Yeah, communists sing it because no refuge could save the hireling and slave from the terror of flight or the gloom of the grave. That's how the third verse goes.
Oh, that's catchy.
Yeah.
Tambourine can't save that.
Probably not. Probably not. And so they have decided to eliminate the Star Spangled Banner and instead replace it with a communist manifesto. And you talk about other verses in songs. The other verse that nobody ever gets to in This Land Is Your Land is, as I was walking, I saw a sign there, and that sign said no trespassing. But on the other side, it didn't say nothing. Now that side was made for you and me. It's a song about not having any private property rights. Why? Because it all belongs to everybody. It's collectivism. It's communism. That's what the song is about. It's not celebrating how wonderful this country is. But they're going to play it.
Tulsa.
In Tulsa.
Do we know it's a pro soccer?
Yeah.
Tulsa.
Semi-pro soccer.
Okay.
In the National Premier Soccer League.
Do they have a nickname? That's the thing about soccer. I mean, there's so many things about soccer.
I think they're the Tulsa Athletic.
Why do soccer teams do this?
I don't know.
Come up with an animal or something. You got to be careful though, because you don't want to offend people. But why is it that soccer teams are like, this is FC Tulsa? What? Just be the Tulsa Eagles or something. I mean, why? Well, I don't understand that. Someone explain that to me. But FC Tulsa, yeah, wow. So I mean, they even have a bird as their mascot. See the little logo.
FC Tulsa. There's a lot of FC. What does FC stand for? Any idea?
Football club, maybe?
Oh, okay. Yeah, probably.
Wow, look, we noodled that out.
Good guess.
Yay.
Yeah. Good guess. Ding, 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 ding.
That is literally the first time I have ever stopped to try to figure that out.
That's great.
And I know 99% of the audience is rolling their eyes like everybody knows that. Not people that don't care about soccer. I couldn't care less about soccer, you see.
It's a communist sport.
Third world distraction is what it is.
And now they're adopting a communist anthem, which is perfect.
It kind of works out then.
Works.
Okay.
It works, doesn't it?
Well, you're going to need to come up with a team nickname, okay? Because this FC Tulsa, not going to cut it.
So it's just semi-pro though. So they don't ever play on TV this is the last we'll ever hear of this, but still.
Hey, look, wait a minute.
Everybody's changing everything right now.
So when they became a team in 2014, look at that. Between 2014 and 2019, they were the FC Tulsa Roughnecks.
Oh.
So why can't you?
What are they now? They're not that anymore?
Now it just says FC Tulsa. Did they drop the Roughnecks?
Let me tell you something else that's bothersome about soccer. Everybody's the Real something. Real Salt Lake City, Real Barcelona. The word is real. Mm-hmm. It's not real. Okay.
Thank you.
It's real.
Yeah, and the sport is soccer, not football.
Thank you. So I think we've cleared a lot of things up this morning so far.
It's
been pretty productive.
Wait for the timeline that I'm going to open up here shortly on my Twitter account.
The timeline of what?
My Twitter account. To see all of the comments from the soccer fans and the football apologists.
That can't be any soccer fans. Come on. This is the United States. Maybe our Georgian friend, the Republic of Georgia, maybe he likes soccer.
He started to say this is the United States of America. Are we sure it's still the United States of America? check your watch. Boy, because, it's a good time right now, huh?
Yep. And it's getting better every day. Pretty soon there's going to be no monuments. There's going to be no statues. There's going to be nothing to sing. No patriotic songs. Mm-hmm. Anything prior to, let's say, 2014 will be completely erased, wiped from our memories. We'll all have to set up an appointment at the doctor's office to have our memories wiped.
Yeah, well, it goes back further than that. I mean, think of the statues and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So anything that happened since the Declaration of Independence was signed actually never happened.
Right. 888-900-3393. More Pat Gray Unleashed coming up. Some tweets here. Drunk wives matter. Tweets. Apparently, dogs that guard kids are more civilized than CHAZ residents. Seems about right.
True story.
Kool-Aid drinker. Although I'll bet you a lot of those residents, there's 30,000 people, remember, in that area. And I would guess the vast majority aren't in favor of this. Kool-Aid drinker tweets, you see, Pat, the problem is NASCAR is full of the worst people in the world. White Christian males. Yeah, when you think of it that way, you realize what a horrible organization it is.
I can't even believe it's allowed to exist in this nation at this time.
COVID Bullet 23, how long before Halloween displays are no longer allowed to display hangman nooses? I'm starting to think that Halloween may be a thing of the past soon. Because everything's problematic, right? You're either culturally appropriating something, or you're making fun of someone, or you're mocking a certain group of people.
And you can forget going as a ghost, or else you'll be called a Klansman.
Yeah. Stephen Hall, shut up, Sharpton. Sharpton, shut up. That's from our shut up Fauci situation last week when he said, I don't see how you're going to be able to play football because every time you tackle somebody, you're going to be spreading COVID-19 all over the place. So, shut up, Fauci! Fauci, shut up! Yeah! Just want him to shut up. That's all. Please shut up.
I have some breaking news on that front, by the way.
On the Fauci front?
Well, the football front. The NFL has canceled the Hall of Fame game between the Steelers and the Cowboys. That is the extra preseason game up in Canton.
It's been canceled.
It just broke. Yeah. So look, now they'll just be able to play as many preseason games as everyone else.
Right.
So Steelers and Cowboys fans should be happy. That's one less game that your players can be subjected to possible injury.
Sure.
So spin it, Keith.
Yeah, that's good. That's all that is. That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean that they're worried about the season.
No.
That they're worried about getting all the players getting COVID-19.
No, they realized it was another pointless preseason game. Pat?
Think of it, though. When you think of it, and I don't want to, but when you do, and you think, wow, what if 3 players from one team get sick?
Now, somebody said on Twitter last night, and they said that if any of these leagues, that if there's 2 or more players on a team that have it, then they shut it down or something.
They shut down the whole team or the
whole
league
or something. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said.
Well, they probably have to because you would assume that these guys have infected the rest of the team. The rest of the team will infect the other teams. That's what they're going to think. And that's what they're going to, and it might be right. I don't know. And so they're going to shut it down. Yes. It's looking.
China, you
doesn't
guys.
look good.
You did well. You did well with
it's almost time to go to war with China over this. If it cancels the football season, it's time.
Okay, write that down. BLM, you start a party if that's in your platform. If football is canceled or delayed for any reason,
we go to war.
We'll go to war with China. I'm voting for your candidate.
To war.
BLM party.
First of all, get the party together. You need to do that. Yeah, you can't be part of the Democrat Party anymore.
Okay, by COB today, all right, get your party together. And let's say by the end of the week, right, come up with a nominee.
We just have your best interest at heart. We just don't want you to be a part of a Democrat Party that has taken you for granted for far too long.
For so long, right?
Forever.
You guys, seriously. Put your foot down and just remember to put in your party platform, we will attack China if the football season is impacted.
And then you've got our votes.
Yeah. And technically, you could go to war now on a technicality because of the Hall of Fame game being canceled. But, we've got a story. Maybe we'll get to it at some point. China's ready to attack our electrical system, our electrical grid.
EMP kind of thing?
Yeah. So,
we will get to that soon.
That needs to be in your platform, too.
Okay, from CB. Al Sharpton should be in prison for tax evasion, but it's clear that being on MSNBC is a more painful sentence than prison. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yes, it is.
And from Cows with Guns, in my best Pat screech, it's just a freaking knot!
It is a knot.
Knots aren't racist. Yeah, if you intend it as a noose, that you're trying to insinuate someone being lynched, that's obviously racist. This was, you're right, a knot, and you've got a handle there for your hand to pull on the rope, which brings down the garage door.
Or up. as we've discussed on the show.
Yes, you could also pull it up.
You can pull it up or pull it down, gobble up, gobble down. So here's the solution, Pat. We just don't open garage doors anymore or close them. You figure out how you want it and just leave it alone.
Okay.
Now then you have no need for a noose, you hater. You just have the garage closed or you have it open, okay?
Or here's a thought, an electric garage door. I don't know. I know that sounds...
Oh, I see. You want to burn fossil fuels now to open your garage door to get to your fossil fuel burning vehicle. Got it.
Although if the electricity goes out, you still need something with which to operate the door. So, yeah. Okay. 888-900-3393.
That's a white man solution right there.
Yeah, I know. It's a first world solution. Electricity. Since we have it in abundance, you'd think we'd use it.
For now.
Strong majority of voters are opposed to tearing down statues honoring Washington, Jefferson, and Lincoln. No kidding. No kidding. You mean this is just an ugly mob of people that think what they want is what goes? Voters are evenly divided on the question of statues honoring Confederate leaders and soldiers. However, by a margin of 40 to 31%. That's it? You've got to be kidding me. 40 to 31. There's a plurality support for taking down statues honoring one man.
Wait a minute.
Karl Marx.
Oh, okay.
40 to 31?
Do they even know who that is? The people being asked?
Maybe not. I don't know.
So that
would give me hope. If people didn't know who they're talking about, that gives me some hope.
They probably think it's the guy Carl's Jr. is named after or something. No, don't be tearing that one down. Does that leave 29% in the I don't know category?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know. Karl Marx. Also, there's this. Do you favor or oppose removing statues honoring each of the following? Okay. So, Confederate leaders and soldiers strongly favor removing or somewhat is up to 45%. Somewhat oppose or strongly oppose taking them down is at 45%. So it's even. It's dead even. Wow, not sure, 10%. For George Washington, strongly or somewhat favor taking down statues of George Washington. 24% of this nation is okay with that. No. 24%.
No.
I can't even believe it. Somewhat oppose, 16%. Strongly oppose, 49%. So you've got, 65% of Americans are strongly or somewhat opposed to taking down statues of George Washington.
I'm sorry, somewhat opposed doesn't cut it with me on this one.
No, not at all. That's right.
You might as well be in the other side.
Very close to the same numbers for Thomas Jefferson. Abraham Lincoln probably has, and you would guess that because he didn't own slaves, obviously. But strongly favor bringing down Abraham Lincoln statues. Strongly favor 14% of Americans. And somewhat favor 8%. So 22% of Americans are okay with remove
Please
Abraham
tell me
Lincoln.
You misheard the question at that point. No, I strongly favor Abraham Lincoln.
Jeez.
No, you just said you want his statue taken down.
71 to 22 on that one.
Okay.
Karl Marx, strongly favored and somewhat. Strongly and somewhat. Yeah, we already talked about that, didn't we? 40 to 31. Yeah. Jeez. Heaven help us. Seriously. Heaven, please. Help us. Send help. See, now. We need help.
Look at that. 29% is, I don't know.
Right.
Who's
Karl Marx? I don't know.
Did he have a big song in the 80s?
Was he one of the Marx brothers? The funny people back in the 20s?
I didn't even know there was a statue for him.
People are stupid. So why should it be that you and I should get along so awfully? You know what I mean?
People are stupid, so why should it be?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that.
Nah, that would never work.
Write it down.
It wouldn't work.
We'll jam after the show. I'll get the tambourine out and we'll go to town.
Let me take a minute and tell you about Rough Greens. If all you ever ate was celery, how healthy do you think you'd be? I'm pretty sure that's all Stu eats. And just look at him. He's not healthy.
Does Stu eat hummus?
Oh, he's on vacation. Like every other week, the guy's on vacation.
That's
Why?
True.
Because all he eats is celery.
Oh, he's got to make time for celery time.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But the point is, you need to get nutrients in order to sustain a healthy life. So why would you assume that's any different for your dog? Your dog also needs nutrients, vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, probiotics, omega oils. It's a long list. And I can tell you they're not getting it from that dry kibble food because all of the nutrients have been burned out of it in the process to sterilize the food so it lasts for a really long time, 3 years on the store shelf. So that's why I've been telling you for a while now about Rough Greens. It's not a dog food. It's a supplement that you put on your dog's food. Same food, just with this supplement on it, jam-packed with the things that are going to help your dog be really healthy and happy. Plus, they love it. They will eat their food like you've never seen them eat their food. Take the Rough Greens 14-day Jumpstart Challenge today. It's just $14.95. You'll see the difference in your dog in less than 2 weeks. 14 days. A fortnight, as the British would say.
Oh.
If you want to see your dog thrive again, go to roughgreens.com/blaze. That's ruffgreens.com/blaze.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
All right, let's go to Court in Texas. Hey, Court, you're on the Blaze.
Hey, guys. How y'all doing today?
Doing good.
Good. Thought I'd get the small talk out of the way.
Yeah, good.
Hey, I got two things I want to mention y'all.
Okay.
First off, I want to talk about soccer. I know that self-made subject. I know it's coming.
Wait.
But I want to let you know I don't agree with how soccer is, how you watch it today. Everybody faking and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But if you came and watched, I play soccer and I play football, and I mix those together. We play like an indoor league, and half the time we almost get in a fight with the other team. Just because, I mean, y'all would enjoy watching it. I'll tell you that.
Well, if there were fights, yeah, we would. It's like hockey.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, you go to a fight and a hockey game breaks out, and you're kind of pissed off at the hockey that's happening. Wait, go back to the fighting. So.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Not all soccer's like that, I promise. But,
okay.
Second thing, have y'all thought about having a conservative sports talk show?
Oh, I'd love to, actually. Yeah. Actually, we kind of have.
I've got a guy, his name's Will Cain. He's actually he's leaving ESPN because of how he thinks. He makes people think, and he just goes by facts, like on the Bubba Wallace and all that stuff. But he's leaving there, and I don't know where he's going. But, I mean, he used to work for y'all. And I think
yes, he did.
Perfect.
Yeah, Will's a good guy.
I didn't realize he was
leaving. We love
there.
Will. I hadn't heard he's leaving ESPN. Where'd you hear that?
This is his last week. He's
really?
About it. Yeah, he's like the only one there talking about the Bubba Wallace and like, hey, let's think about this first. Let's see the facts. And they found out it was all made up anyways. So.
Hey, Court, I've got a quick question for you. Are you contacting us from inside a large trash compactor, or what's happening behind you?
Sorry, I work for Texas Healthcare Linen, and I do all the laundry for hospitals. I'm moving these carts, and they're all noisy and stuff. Sorry about that.
No, that's fine, man.
No,
I totally understand.
But that's why. But the crazy thing is, we haven't had we have one person at our whole plant, and we go through soil linen at Dallas, Odessa, and here. We had one person have coronavirus. That lets you know how serious this is.
So hold on a second. So nobody that you work with has coronavirus, but yet you're transporting the laundry from the hospitals? Did I understand?
Every Friday I drive to Dallas, and it's like, barber shops, how they have those vests they put on you before your hair's cut?
Mm-hmm.
That's what doctors are using in Dallas as like COVID shields. And I deliver those every Friday, and I'll eat a sandwich while I'm moving those carts because that's just how, like, I was cautious at first, but now that we see the true stats, like if you're 80 and older, of course, it's terrible.
Yeah.
And respiratory issues. But But I'm telling you guys, I deal with this every day, and that's why it frustrates me. Everybody's like, football, no football. And then what y'all are talking about, I'm with you on the war. If y'all want to go to war, I'm with you. I promise you.
All right. Thanks, Court. Appreciate it.
I mean, we're a war-weary nation, but there's some things you just stand up for.
Have to.
Yeah, I mean, you just can't let it go.
Yeah. I didn't know Will was leaving ESPN.
I didn't either. I mean, I don't get
out where
much.
he's going. Huh.
Well, I'll find out.
Yeah, and there needs to be conservatives in sports talk radio or television.
That's the one thing during this Black Lives Matter and during this COVID stuff.
You can't listen to them.
Right. And I hear from so many people that just say, My goodness, my favorite host is more liberal than I realized.
Yes.
Or I just can't take it. Yeah, let's see. Oh, he's going to Fox News.
Is he really?
Will Cain.
To do what? Do we know what? What's he going to do?
Stuff. I mean, he's going to do stuff. Right?
All right. Does he have his own show?
That I don't know.
Huh. I mean, that's a good gig for him. That'd be a good place for him. All right, 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Coming up, we got to talk about this Shaun King thing. Shaun King, who is the head of a local chapter of the NAACP.
Oh, he's the white guy who pretends he's black?
The white guy.
Okay, yeah, I know who you're talking about.
He doesn't pretend. He identifies.
Yeah.
Huh. You're despicable, Keith.
I know.
He identifies as a black person, so leave him alone. He says it is permissible to tear down the statues of Jesus that show him with European features because they support white supremacy. I didn't realize until just this minute that there were a lot of black, Asian, or Hispanic Jews in Israel 2,000 years ago. I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Did you?
I'm learning right now.
Yeah, and apparently
Right now.
there are white guys in America who identify as black men, and we just heard from one of them right there, Shaun
Yes,
King.
we did. Yeah, we did. Yeah, so despicable. These people, it's sacrilegious. Leave Jesus out of this, okay? Just leave him out of this.
Which is the problem with CHAZ.
Yeah.
Ironically enough.
In some cases, you don't want to leave him out of anything.
Right, but I
leave
get your
his
point.
statues alone.
Oh my gosh, what do you think of that Rio de Janeiro one?
Oh man,
no, that is probably their. I don't want to give them any ideas, but that's probably their number one goal right there. Huh?
I would guess. 888-900-3393. More Pat Gray Unleashed coming up.
This land is your land, and this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from redwood forest to the green waters. This land was made for you and me.
This land is your land, land is my land. It's a horrible song too. Let's not forget that part. Well, it's horribly sung.
No, you're right. It's all horrible.
I mean, it sounds like if you only sing the first verse, seems fine. Seems like a patriotic song. When you dig into it and you see what he was really talking about, not so much. But good luck to the Tulsa semi-pro soccer team.
FC Tulsa.
FC Tulsa. They're gonna be. That's gonna be great.
They're gonna sing
land is your land. This land is my land.
I mean, I hate to throw you here, and I don't know if it's still in the thing there. Maybe it's difficult to locate, but can we enjoy some of the Bernie Sanders singing of that, if that's findable there? Because he went walking that ribbon of highway.
Yeah,
I'd love to hear, because remember he went to Six Flags. There's a recording booth there at the old Six Flags, and he went in there and he recorded "This Land Is Your Land."
As I went walking that ribbon of highway.
I soar above me. Ugh, I can't take it.
No.
I can't take it.
Sorry, y'all.
Either one of them. Like, your lane. As I went walking, I soar above me. Ugh, shut up.
Wait, if you had to be in prison for the rest of your life, and one of those versions was on repeat, Woody Guthrie or
which would you rather?
Bernie Sanders? I don't know. There's some humor with the Bernie Sanders one, right? So.
Yeah, but that would get old really fast. Really, really fast. Got some tweets here. USSA News tweets, so you can train to be a Marxist, where everything is free. Too bad these people didn't train to earn money and contribute to society. F. Carol Baskin. Pat, clearly in this case, FC in Tulsa stands for Forever Communist. The Steve 42. The logical conclusion, of course, is that garage doors are racist. Yeah, and the whole Bubba Wallace saga. Only 41% of people want Karl Marx statue removed. There's a simple reason for these polls. They're fixed. Yeah, just joking. People are butt stupid.
Just kidding. People are that dumb.
Yep. I mean, they're dumb enough to take down. I mean, the Black Lives Matter group has destroyed the statue of an immigrant who died fighting slavery.
I'm telling you, man.
I mean, I guess if it's a white person, they just pull it down, right? They just
a white person
automatically just pull it down.
Remember, they defaced the regiment that the black soldiers that fought for the North. I mean, they don't care. They're not taking 5 seconds to read a plaque. They don't care. It's a society thing. It's not there's nothing symbolic about who they're destroying. It's just they're destroying history, period. That's all they want to do.
First, they vandalized and then toppled the statue of Colonel Hans Christian Haig, an immigrant from Norway who was against slavery and fought for the Union against the South. They pulled down his statue in Madison, Wisconsin. Protesters pulled down the forward statue that normally stands outside the state capitol, left it lying in the middle of the road. Same group also tore down the Colonel Hans Christian Haig statue for a short time later. The group then went on to throw the statue into Lake Monona.
Yeah, sure, Monona. Yeah.
Haig fought for the Union, as we mentioned. Tweets of the destruction showed Haig's pedestal vandalized with the words "Black is beautiful" scrawled across it.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Well,
yeah, so he dies in battle on the side of the Union trying to end slavery.
They also decapitated the statue
good. Oh, well, that's
when
good.
they threw it into the lake. So he was dead when he hit the water.
Okay, so he didn't suffer? The statue didn't suffer?
No, he didn't drown, at least. So we got that going for us. I'm glad of that. On December 30th, 1862, at the Battle of Stones River, Haig's regiment lost more than 100 men. His horse was shot out from under him, and his general called him the bravest of the brave. In February 1863, Haig was put in command of the entire brigade and pursued retreating Confederate troops through Tennessee, briefly into Alabama, and across the state line into Chickamauga, Georgia. On the afternoon of September 19th, 1863, Haig was charging forward at the front of his troops when he was shot in the abdomen. He managed to stay in the saddle for a short time, but the loss of blood compelled him to leave the field, move to a hospital behind the lines, where he died the next morning. Jeez.
But was he
died
white?
In the service of the country eliminating slavery.
But he was white, right?
But he was white.
Oh.
Yeah, so take down that statue.
I want to hear his heroic story. I don't care what you got over there.
Thank you.
Thank
you
real here.
for putting this back into its proper perspective. Keith, that's we need that. We need that. Canceling, tearing down, setting fire to. We're doing it all. Mel Gibson was just axed from Chicken Run, the big sequel they're working on at Netflix. What? Chicken Run came out in 2000. Only now are they doing a sequel to it? And he was, I guess, all set to do the movie. But then, of course, he allegedly said something to Winona Ryder 24 years ago. And so he's been fired. Now, this isn't the first time we've heard about it. She also made this allegation in 2006, at which time he said it was a lie. And he defended himself. He said, I never said that. Although, I don't know how much credibility Mel Gibson has.
Right.
He's had some issues. I don't know if anybody remembers the Mel Gibson issues. Yeah. Okay. Where he's yelling at... I forget who.
Wasn't his ex-wife or his wife or somebody?
No, this wasn't his wife.
Oh, this isn't the one.
No, that's this one. That's this. So
you don't understand.
You don't care.
Okay.
Poor Mel. He's,
Make sure the phone is hung up before you do something like that.
Yeah, I mean, if he did say this to Winona Ryder, and based on some of his antics and some of his explosions over the years,
I have not heard this, not in 2006 and not now. What did he say that you can say, kind of like ish?
During an interview, okay, so I guess they were at a party together.
Okay,
and
alcohol's flowing.
Okay. And I don't know, somehow the subject of her Jewish faith came up.
Okay, so that's a trigger point for Mel, right?
Apparently.
Oh, boy.
If you're to believe this stuff. And he asked her, you're not an oven dodger, are you?
Whoa.
Really bad. I mean, seriously bad. If he said it, then yeah. I mean, despicable.
I kind of get the reference, but what does that mean? Dodger.
Yeah.
Like you avoided that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, it's just a general, awful,
terrible,
hideous, ignorant, stupid thing to say. And, you deserve not to work in Hollywood if you're going to say those things.
And I was surprised that he had made it this far, just knowing what Hollywood thinks of him. When you said he's been kicked off a project, I thought, wow, they had him a part of any project at this point?
I know. Yeah, that's crazy. Now, in fairness, he denies it.
Sure.
He said she lied about it over a decade ago when she talked to the press, and she's lying about it now. Also, she lied. Oh, this is his lawyer, I think, or one of his friends. Also, she lied about him trying to apologize to her back then. He did reach out to her many years ago to confront her about her lies. She refused to address it with him. So I don't know who you believe, because there is evidence that Mel Gibson, this Esterhaus thing, Esterhaus was, I don't know, his agent, friend, I don't know. Anyway, he was yelling anti-Jewish things then. And then, the blow up with his ex-wife, he's volatile.
Yeah.
He's volatile. And so when he's drunk, I think he's likely to say some things. And so did he say it? I don't know. I wasn't there. But
he's off Chicken Run.
It's not out of the realm of possibility, I would say. And he lost a good gig on Chicken Run. Okay, so
that's like upper echelon of roles in Hollywood to be a part of the Chicken Run project.
He's kind of I think he's been persona non grata in Hollywood since all this stuff happened. But he did do Hacksaw. Remember that movie? He directed Hacksaw.
Oh yeah,
Hacksaw Ridge,
war thing. Yeah,
which was a great. We just watched that on.
I need to see
on
that.
VidAngel a couple weeks ago. Really excellent movie. Excellent movie.
Wait. I've seen that. I think. Yeah. That is.
It's
very
the guy
good.
who saves all those people.
Yeah, that is very good.
And lowers them down off the cliff.
I was just about to say the cliff.
I think it was 75 men he saved by himself.
Forgot about that movie. That was
amazing.
Very graphic.
It's amazing. One of the biggest heroes in American history. The guy wouldn't use a gun. He was a conscientious objector, except he wanted to fight in the war. He just didn't want to kill anybody. And so he refused to even hold a gun or touch a gun. And he went through some stuff, as you can imagine, in the Army because he wouldn't touch a gun. And then he saved all the men that were, giving him such a hard time in boot camp. An amazing story. And Gibson did a great job directing that.
Yeah, that's I had forgotten the name of that, but yes, excellent flick.
All right, 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter, should you care to sound off on virtually anything. Oh, by the way, Thomas Massie, our friend Thomas Massie, who's an awesome representative in the House of Representatives.
And a great Twitter follow.
Yeah, he really is. And he's been standing up for himself. He's been standing up for the country. He's been standing up against all the spending that's going on. And he's gotten his head handed to him. He's gotten his face kicked in by the president because of it. The president supported his primary opponent.
How'd that work
Massie
out?
won. Massie won big.
With what percentage?
Let me see if I can see the percentage. Oh, good golly. He beat Todd McMurtry.
Yeah. Well, Todd had
88%.
Trump support. Yeah, got him a good 12 was I don't even know if the guy was at 12%.
It was like 88 to 12. I don't think it was.
Massie had 88.
I think he beat him by 88%.
Oh,
this
wow.
says with an 88% lead with 73% of precinct votes in.
Wow. So that's that's a big number.
So good for the people of Kentucky to noodle that one out for themselves.
I think Kentucky needs to do a lot of these make goods after you got your Andy Brashear as governor now.
Yeah, no kidding. Jeez. 888-900-3393. Amy in Ohio. You're on the Blaze. Hi.
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 How are you?
Hey,
Doing good.
Amy, what's her face?
Yeah. Hi.
Hi.
What's going
Your call
on?
screener's awesome, by the way. Super nice.
Oh, we've got
Super nice.
great people.
Hi, Daniel. Yeah, you live up in Ohio, right, near Columbus? Is that right?
I do. Yeah, I had a little experience a few weeks ago. I was thrift store shopping. There's a store in Columbus that's a little better than the rest, and it just so happened to be the same weekend that the riots were kind of hot and heavy. And so I drove around and I saw, all of the destruction, the graffiti, all the broken glass. It was awful. I was really shocked because Columbus has always been kind of a nice city. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And there were even bank windows broken out, which really surprised me. That just seems really brazen, like Babyface Nelson or something.
Yeah, but none of that matters right now. I mean, the violence and the destruction and the vandalism is totally understandable and fine. Really, they're just expressing themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You're not upset by it, are you?
No, not at all.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I was picking up on that.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. It's okay. They're just blowing off steam right now. That's all.
And
that's right.
Yeah.
But you're not really able to talk about what's going on up there in Columbus right now because you're in Twitter jail, correct?
Right, I am. I made the grievous mistake of quoting Malcolm X.
You posted bad pictures of the president, right, and violent things that you want to do to him, right?
Oh yes, and Twitter just wouldn't tolerate that.
Right.
Yeah.
No, you quoted Malcolm X.
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What was the Malcolm X quote?
Well, we got the video. I mean, if you want to just hear Malcolm X in his own words,
let's hear it.
She dared quote this.
Liberal is more deceitful, more hypocritical than the conservative. Both want power, but the white liberal is the one who has perfected the art of posing as the Negro's friend and benefactor. And by winning the friendship and support of the Negro, the white liberal is able to use the Negro as a pawn or a weapon in this political football game that is constantly raging between the white liberals and the white conservatives.
That's so awesome.
The American Negro is nothing but a political football. And the white liberals control this ball through tricks or tokenism, false promises of integration and civil rights.
Wow.
In this game of deceiving and using the American Negro, the white liberals have complete cooperation of the Negro civil rights leader, who sell our people out for a few crumbs of token recognition, token gains, token progress.
That's brilliant. Tell me he wouldn't be in Twitter hell right now if he were alive today.
It was true 60 years ago, and it's true now.
Oh, it's more true now than it was then. But so did they cite the word Negro? Is that why it was banned, or was it just the overall?
They did.
Yeah.
They did, yeah. That's why it was taken down. 45 seconds, maybe a minute later, my account was gone.
Unreal.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, but the thing is that you are responding to David Hogg, who used that word, got so many more eyeballs to his tweet than any of us ever would, and yet his tweet remained up there.
With the word Negro in it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Unreal.
Madness.
How do they justify this? It's so unbelievable.
And we hear you, Patheads. We know you want us on Parler. We're trying.
All right. Thanks a lot, Amy. Appreciate it. Thanks for being in that video, too.
Yes.
Last week. That was fun.
Great job with that.
All right. Let me tell you about Omega XL. If you have pain brought on by inflammation, which I did, I had this pain that started in my elbow and went all the way down my arm. And I knew it was from some sort of inflammation. I don't know if it's arthritis. I don't know if it's bursitis. I don't know if it's any kind of itis. But started taking Omega XL, which went right to the heart of the inflammation and calmed it down. It's backed by 35 years of research, of clinical research. Omega XL attacks the inflammation causing pain. It's great. Pain relievers and topical rubs just mask the problem. Sometimes they don't even do that. And then they, have a tendency to attack your kidneys and your liver, which is not good. So I'm telling you, this is really good stuff. Without that fishy aftertaste that you're burping up all the rest of the day, it doesn't do that to me at all. So to get you started, if you order Omega XL, a bottle right now, they'll give you a second bottle for free. Visit OmegaXL.com/Pat. Get more information on this. OmegaXL.com/Pat or call 800-844-4888. Little Mel Gibson there for you.
10 exhales.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I counted. Well, let's.
So
that sounds like a great setup for a discussion about spirituality,
doesn't it? Though.
Yeah.
Or catching your breath before you make a call to somebody, not during the phone call, or maybe just delaying the phone call until you've counted to 1,000,006 or something. I don't know, because it seemed like a bad time to make the call. Let's see. We got some tweets here. Pat's loudmouth earpiece. So when Pat and Keith mock stupid people, the default mocking voice is a Jeffy voice.
Oh, really?
Got to be just a coincidence,
Yeah.
right? Well, of course.
I hadn't noticed
Obviously,
that.
I didn't know that.
Huh. I'll try to take note next time.
That's weird. Carl Smith tweets, why is no one talking about the fact that the Martin Luther King statue in Washington, D.C. is pure white?
Whoa.
I never knew he identified as white.
Oversight. Look at that.
Yep. Also, why is it that so many people who don't believe in Jesus are so worried about what statues and images of him look like? Another good point. Joe Got His Money's tweets, wait, are those nooses the anarchists are using to pull down statues? Weird.
Wow, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm going to do this all day left.
From Corey Paw, I can't tell the difference between Mel Gibson and Alec Baldwin at this point. And Just Too Muck and Fudge, thanks for the Hacksaw Ridge spoiler, Pat.
Right, yeah.
Sorry, it's been, 5 years? Plus the actual, incident that happened in 1945.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think you probably, I thought everybody was kind of up to speed on it.
But is it as tense, Hacksaw Ridge, as, say, Chicken Run?
No. Nothing could be as tense
Are you sure?
as Chicken Run.
Because
Positive.
Daniel down the hall here, the lovely call screener that Amy referenced, he says when he was 7 years old, that terrified him. Apparently, is it as scary? I've never seen it.
Chicken Run?
Yeah, Chicken
terrified
Run.
him?
And so in 2000, so you're 27-ish, I guess, Daniel? Yeah. But in that movie, Chicken Run, which, of course, I don't need to tell you about, Mel Gibson played Rocky, a laid-back American circus rooster who crash lands on the farm and teaches the chickens to fly at Ginger's request. And so now who's going to play Rocky?
And watch the fun unfold. They don't know yet, but they're gonna choose some other star. So
wow, that hurts.
About half an hour ago, this is interesting. CNN had a banner up for 5 minutes that said violent crime spikes in places with protests to defund police. Huh. That's really strange.
Wow. You know what that tells me?
I can't believe they actually reported that.
I
can't believe they reported it.
That tells me that the censors there at CNN who approve all these graphics don't wake up this early.
Yeah, they missed something.
Oh my goodness. What? So
isn't that something?
They're saying where there aren't police, crime goes up.
Yes.
I won't hear of it.
I know. Racists.
I mean, just call a caseworker, social worker to come and take care of the problem. Oh my goodness.
What a surprise. What a stunning surprise. Who would have thought that when there's an absence of police, crime goes up?
I mean, I wouldn't even put the two together without the banner from CNN.
I don't even get the connection there.
What are they insinuating there?
I don't know.
I don't
know. That's just bizarre.
Yeah, that's not
CNN like.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
That is not that's not appropriate. CNN.
And still they have not, by the way, taken back the CHAZ area. Now the mayor said what? Sunday or Monday? Okay, yeah, I guess we need, there's been some murders and quite a few rapes and a bunch of theft, and so a lot of destruction. Maybe we need to go in there and take it back. Yeah, we need to be having a conversation about starting to think about
that's totally happening.
Going back in there.
Yeah. Don't forget my prediction.
And they haven't done it yet.
It will be longer than the Iranian hostage affair, which
we'll
I put in my phone. I can't find the exact date right now, but it's sometime in August of 2021 is how long I say CHAZ will exist.
That's over another year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so.
The country is okay.
We'll see. And then they're trying it in many other spots around the country.
Right.
How many more will there be by August of 2021? Welcome. Tyler Morgan tweets, it's crazy that leftists will forgive the people that they love for their racial transgressions, like Robert Byrd. But the people they hate will never be forgiven.
No.
'Tis but a flesh wound tweets. Maybe Mel was on a Stairmaster? See the racist Stairmaster?
Or
something
no,
we're going to have to change, too.
I didn't pick up on that. I thought I was just talking about the shortness of breath. Okay, gotcha.
I think both. I think it's like a double thing there. A double entendre, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you will.
I will.
Lisa Nafluski tweets, I now have that stupid song stuck in my head. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island.
This song, it's
Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters.
This song makes me want to take out you and me.
Charles Ayers tweets, if one good thing comes of this pandemic, at least we eradicated influenza.
Yeah, so look at the numbers here. This isn't a scientific chart, but what I want to display here is this is March of 2020 and this is June of 2020. See? Mm-hmm. And actually, what's missing from this chart is this is a meeting among the mainstream media right about here, CNN, MSNBC, and stuff. So what you got here is the numbers of COVID. They get together and the numbers of COVID go up. You see this? Mm-hmm. So there, and then amazingly at the same time as the tweet alludes to, we eradicate influenza in America, and the numbers for the flu go down. Mm-hmm. It's fascinating. But yes, so the flu is no more in America, but COVID, of course, running rampant. Wear your mask.
Well, it's more rampant than it's ever been. There's record numbers everywhere. Yeah. It's gone up 1,000,000% in the last 5 minutes. If you were to read the headlines anywhere on the internet, but especially Drudge is on a crusade against Trump. It seems like right now. I mean, here's his headlines: USA most cases in a day. In red, that's his big, alert
good.
mode.
Yeah, he means business with that alert.
Record infections. California jumps 70% in hours. Surge among young. Secret Service quarantine after rally. Trump, Kung flu fighting. Oh no, did he say that?
Whoa.
Did he say the words Kung flu?
Oh, boy.
Oh, no.
We got something on that later. The
No,
Obama administration used that verbiage.
Don't say that.
Oh, it's true.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they sure, officially, yes.
No. Don't say that.
I already did.
Don't say it again.
But I did already.
Don't ever say it again, because it can't be
true. The Obama administration used the phrase...
You said it again.
I haven't yet.
Well, you haven't yet.
Yeah, you didn't even let me
I felt it coming on.
Kung
I felt
flu.
it. Oh, my. No. So racist.
Yeah, I know.
So
I'm
so
from
racist.
the South. I should be canceled.
That's true.
Born and raised in Atlanta.
President Donald Trump's first public use of the phrase Kung flu during a campaign rally in Tulsa, Oklahoma last weekend drew broad political backlash as a racist slur against Asian Americans. So stupid. Shut up.
But when Obama used it.
Within 3... Okay, so what was the context of the Obama thing? Do you have it?
Yeah, there are some health websites that were under the purview of the Obama administration showed we could put the images up on the screen.
Please do.
Look at that. Become a Kung flu fighter. Get your flu shot. Wow. Okay. Now this one's still up. This one's still up.
No way.
Kung flu, knock it out before it knocks you out.
Okay, but he can't be racist. So that was okay when he did it.
And it's a monkey wearing a karate outfit. What do you mean?
That's unreal.
And that was under the Obama administration that those were made public.
Within 3 days, however, it was also something else. A rallying cry for his supporters. Yeah, because his supporters are all racist pigs. Trump's appearance before a crowd of several thousand enthusiastic young people at the Dream City Church in Phoenix on Tuesday showed how his casual use of the demeaning phrase, one that even some White House aides rejected 3 months ago, has swiftly morphed into a staple of his re-election message amid tumbling poll numbers. Jeez, I can't take it. I can't take it. That's from the SF Gate, of course. The
San Francisco.
Yeah. Yep. So
Well, that's good. That's neat.
Okay, so it's Thursday, so we get the new jobs report out today.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
And more crappy news, another 1.5 million jobless claims. Jeez, 1.5 million more.
And that's what just broke?
Yep.
Oh, goody.
And, of course, then the Drudge headline underneath it, Second Great Depression. It seems like they're rooting for it. You know, so many who are against Trump, that's why they want it to stay closed. They want everything to remain shut until after the election so that we don't recover it all. But, yeah, the jobless claims were 1.48 million last week as it remains stubbornly high. Economists surveyed by Dow Jones had been expecting 1.35 million claims, so it was higher than they even expected. While the weekly numbers remained high and were worse than expectations for the second straight week, the total of those receiving benefits continued to fall. Total recipients or continuing claims, this is weird, fell by 767,000 to 19.52 million. Okay, so it's kind of mixed, I guess. The most recent number, though, marked the 14th straight week that filings remained above 1 million. Keep in mind, the highest number before this ever was 800,000. So,
highest since when?
Ever. Mm-hmm.
Not good.
The highest since 1776 when the country began.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So
pretty much ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah.
That's not good. You know what I mean? That's just not good. Meanwhile, Biden and Obama got together the other day.
Oh, that's cute, right?
In a split screen thing. It was really adorable.
Oh, the band's getting back together.
Yeah, I love it. It's just great. And Biden is going to stop the Cold War, I guess.
Mass migration, disruptive impacts of technology, strengthen the global health security, stop the Cold War future that we're talking about. We're talking about a peaceful Cold War. What are we talking about?
I think you're talking about a peaceful Cold War.
I don't think.
What do you mean?
I don't think we know what you're talking about, Joe. I think that's the issue here. Do you know what you're talking about? And he actually said, at the end there, he said coal war. So honestly, it could be a war on coal.
Well, yeah, Obama started the war on coal, right?
But he said stop the coal war. So he probably was talking about the Cold War and just didn't enunciate properly.
Crazy.
I'm telling you, man, November's still a long way away.
I want to know what Obama's doing up there with him. Biden begged him not to support him.
That's right.
He begged him not to endorse, and here he is, and telling him he loves him and all that. They actually exchanged a love vow and told each other that they loved each other. So even after Joe Biden begged Barack Obama not to endorse him, he's doing it anyway, going against his wishes.
Come on, Barack. Keep
it's
that
despicable.
on the DL. What are you doing?
Well, he loves him too much. He has to.
Obviously.
He just couldn't hold it back anymore. All right. If you're trying to sell your home, you know how challenging that can be. That's why you need a real estate agent who's going to come in and take charge of your situation and help you understand what you need to do with the house to get the most out of it. You know, if you got the textured walls that are a different color other than white, the racist white walls that everybody loves so much right now, like we have in my house, non-white walls.
Oh, well, look at you.
Yeah, a little diversity going on in our house. But we've had a realtor tell us, if you guys sell, you're going to have to do something about that. You're going to have to paint the whole house. No, thank you.
Well, yeah, and you're also going to have to make sure that the county paves a road between your house and mine.
Well, then it won't be. Will there be a need for it?
I'm just saying.
When we move?
Well, no,
I don't
you
know.
want to increase the value of your property.
Yeah. You know? So if you need your house painted, they'll tell you that. If you need to replace stairs in the backyard, they've got a number for that. Roof repair, they go through all of those things for you. Real estate agents I trust. It's Glenn's company. And when you have the right kind of agents, then you're going to be able to sell your home fast. A lot faster than you could otherwise. Either buying or selling, because the same goes if you're buying a home. When you choose your agent through Real Estate Agents I Trust, you've just partnered yourself with a competitive winning machine. A team of people who are going to see it through to the end with you. Real Estate Agents I Trust, the name kind of says it all. Go to realestateagentsitrust.com. That's realestateagentsitrust.com.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
In Washington, face masks are becoming mandatory.
Oh, good. That's good.
Starting Friday, according to Jay Inslee, the governor of the state.
Oh, he's
they're
good.
Going to require people to wear the face coverings in public settings under a statewide public health order ordered the day before. It takes effect on Friday. Requires face coverings when people are indoors in a public area and outdoors in a public area when 6 feet of physical distancing can't be maintained. You don't need the masks outside. Plus, they told us in the beginning, the only ones that are effective against this? The N95. The N95 mask. These, you can wear any kind of mask, and it's not helping at all, but you just have a mask on, so I guess it makes people feel better.
Can I just say, where are everyone? Where are they getting their masks?
I don't know.
Because I ordered, let me see here. I'm checking my Amazon here. I ordered masks, okay? The ones that are made in India on the floor by the guy with his bare feet. Those are good. I can't wait.
And then they step on them?
I hope they're scratch and sniff masks.
Then they kind of wipe up some of the dirt off the floor with them, and then they mail them out to us?
Yeah. And I
those.
think they lick them, too.
Yeah.
Let's see, just for good measure. So I ordered on April 4th, 2020.
April 4th, and you don't have them yet?
No.
Wow.
I don't have them. So there's our buddies. There they are. Look at that. Just hammering away, making you safe.
Yep.
That's what you're putting on your face when you go out in public. Oh, yeah. Watch that fall right down to the floor. Oh, yeah, good stuff. Looks sanitary to me. Oh, look at his bare foot next to the pile. That's good stuff. Anyhow, I still haven't received mine. So I'm wondering, when I go out in public and I'm seeing everyone in these masks,
yeah.
I mean, I like to think of myself as a very prepared person, but yet everybody else has a mask. And not that I want one necessarily, but it would be nice if it didn't take 3 months to get them.
At church on Sunday, for the first time, because I gave into peer pressure. I didn't want to be the outcast. I didn't want to be judged by people.
And it sucked, didn't it?
And it's miserable.
It's so miserable.
It's miserable to wear those things.
It's agonizing.
I felt like I was being suffocated. The whole state. I couldn't even enjoy church because I thought I was suffocating. I hate it.
Right.
I hate it.
And by the way, when I tweeted out a picture last week of me at the doctor's office in a mask, so many people are like, oh my gosh, you gave in. Oh my goodness. Well, I showed up at the doctor's office and they required it, even though I was in an empty waiting room, literally the only person in there, yet I had to wear a mask because the man said so. I've had to wear it there, and I've had to wear it on the plane. Other than that, man, you can keep your mask. And if you want to wear it, we say this. Wear it.
Right. If you
wear
want
it.
Yes.
Private businesses
I think that's great.
If you're a
if
private
you like
business,
the mask, wear the mask.
Right. If you want to
but
keep
if you
your
don't
mask,
want to wear the mask,
but you wearing it in a parking lot? Are you downwind of a smallpox factory? I don't understand.
I see a lot of people driving around town wearing a mask alone in the car.
I don't understand.
Dummies. Hello.
But it makes breathing. Again, if you are in a business, whether you're sitting at a cubicle all day or serving people in a restaurant, I have no idea how you're doing this.
Seriously.
Oh, it's madness. I can't take it for 5 minutes, man.
I know. I was coming out of my skin, and and the whole time I thought, how do you do this all day? I can't get through 45 minutes. How do you do it all day?
And walking around, working, sweating. No, thank you.
And then a lot of these, the grocery store workers that go outside, sometimes they pull it down, but other times they just keep it on, and it's 95 degrees in Texas.
We're in summer.
And you've got this mask on that's suffocating you
Just
too?
give me COVID-19 at this point. If that's the trade-off between wearing a mask 24/7, just give me the disease and get it over with. It's madness.
You know what else is back is, along with COVID-19, the Me Too movement.
All right.
Claiming some more victims, apparently. Ansel Elgort, do you know who that is? Actor? young actor, like 26 years old.
And his name is Ansel?
Ansel.
Is
Ansel
he a
Elgert.
good photographer, too? Likes the
don't
black
know.
and white? No?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's the only other Ansel
You're
I know.
trying to make an Ansel Adams reference
that's all,
here.
I mean, that's all I can think of.
It's okay.
His name's Ansel. Okay.
And Justin Bieber. How many Justins do you know? Justin Bieber?
Well, there's one right in the other room there.
Yeah, there's plenty of Justins.
Plenty of Justins. Justin.
But a woman who identified herself only as Gabby on Friday accused Elgert Ansel of sexually assaulting her in 2014 when she was 17 and a fan of his. I guess she's not a fan of his anymore. She claimed in a Twitter post. This is a great place too. Twitter is the catch-all, be-all, end-all. If you got a grievance, you've got an accusation, you're trying to file a report with the police, you go straight to Twitter. And that's what she did.
Okay.
So, she claimed in the Twitter post that after the two met through messaging on social media, Elgert took her virginity. And though she was sobbing in pain during the experience, he didn't ask if she wanted to stop. Now, Elgert, for his part, again, he's 26. She's now 23. He confirmed the encounter happened, but insisted in his own post that their relationship was legal and entirely consensual. I can't claim to understand Gabby's feelings, but her description of the events is simply not what happened. I would have never and would never assault anyone. What is true is that in New York in 2014, when I was 20, Gabby and I had a brief, legal, and entirely consensual relationship. Now, she says that she was crying during it, and he should have asked if she wanted to stop, I guess. She said, I wasn't there in that moment mentally. Okay. Is that his fault that you're not there in that moment mentally? I don't know. Again, if you want it to stop, you should have told him to stop. Right? I mean,
was alcohol involved?
Doesn't say.
Drugs?
Doesn't say. I mean, you can say no before, and you can say stop during, but you can't say no after the fact. Can you? If it was consensual leading all the way through and you never said anything, he can't read your mind. And in that moment, he's not going to be thinking, well, I wonder I should maybe think about asking her again if she wants. Maybe I should check into how she's. I mean, that just doesn't happen in the real world. And especially not years after the fact. You can't, there's just so much of this going on now. It's going to stop relationships between men and women and end our species.
Wait.
Stop it.
That's kind of what many on the left want.
I know.
So maybe
that's a good thing
you cracked the code.
Yep. Yep. It'll stop global warming at least. Mm-hmm. If there's nobody on the planet alive, yep, it'll stop the species and end climate change.
Ta-da.
Except for the fact that climate change doesn't come from humans. Also, Justin Bieber is alleged to have assaulted a woman known as Danielle during the South by Southwest Music Festival in Austin, also in 2014, also 6 years ago. Danielle claimed she and a couple of friends were invited back to the Four Seasons Hotel by Bieber and another man after meeting the singer at an after party. She alleged he kissed her in a hotel room and then pulled her underwear down and assaulted her without consent. This is interesting because Bieber has obviously denied this and also provided some evidence that she's lying. In that he was there, he was at South by Southwest, but he was with his girlfriend at the time, Selena Gomez. And so, you can just ask Selena, I guess, did he leave you at any time and go hang out at the Four Seasons? Plus, he didn't stay at the Four Seasons Hotel during those 2 nights in question.
Do you know where how close proximity do we know?
He was, I don't know how far apart they are, but he was at the La Quinta.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, Justin
Bieber stays at the La
Quinta Hotel.
All right, now I just
that blew me away too.
I found a hole in your alibi now. Sorry,
but apparently he was registered those 2 nights at La Quinta.
Under what name?
I don't know.
Okay.
And no, he stayed at the La Quinta the first night. He stayed at the Westin the next night. So maybe, I don't know, maybe the other nice hotels were booked up. Not that La Quinta isn't nice. It's just not, it's not Justin Bieber nice, right?
Hold on.
You wouldn't think Justin Bieber, let's see, I got a Super 8 or I can stay at the La Quinta. I don't know.
I don't know. Okay, so it's about, I don't know, a mile and a half or so between the Four Seasons and the La Quinta.
I haven't seen Selena Gomez sound off on this, but it'd be interesting to see what she says.
Where's the other place?
Were they
he
together
said?
all night long?
He said he stayed at the Motel 6. What was it?
Yeah, the Motel 6. It was La Quinta and Weston.
Weston.
The Weston Hotel. How far is the Weston from Four Seasons?
Here. It is. Uh-oh. Oh, zooming in. Here are we, Google Maps. 0.4 of a mile.
Oh, boy. Okay, well, I mean, that's not very far.
8 minutes to walk. If you go San Jacinto Boulevard. If you take Trinity, then it's a 10-minute walk.
Okay. Well, there you go. It could have happened. Unless he was with Selena all that time.
All right. Well, then.
But he didn't have a hotel room at Four Seasons that night. So whose hotel was it? Whose hotel room?
Oh, see now?
See, there's another little element to the story, and we don't know the details.
I mean, it'll teach him. Next time he'll stay at the Motel 6, 4.1 miles away, and then your alibi is free and clear.
But I'm glad to see that Me Too is back in the game.
Sure is, yeah. So we got
back in the game.
Have we knocked down every statue now?
We're knocking down all statues. We're firing everybody who's ever said anything remotely about race,
right,
or relations.
So now we're moving on from race.
We're moving on. We're moving back to sexual harassment, okay, and assault. We got that.
We need a big wheel in here. Spin the wheel of social injustices, and whatever it is, that'll be the next news cycle.
Wheel of cancel.
Yes. Oh, wheel of cancel. Oh, this is a thing.
Spinning the wheel of cancel.
I'm writing that down.
What will it be that cancels someone today? Will it be the name of a TV show? Will it be the name of a street? Will it be the name of a product or a service?
Okay, so you need to, I'm sorry, it's Twitter, but record yourself like Wheel of Fortune saying Wheel of Cancel, and we'll try to mesh them all together at the same time, like a big crowd.
Yeah,
and we'll work on something on this end. Oh, we're doing this.
All right, I like it. Also, the Associated Press just changed its writing style guide the other day.
Oh, we got new words or something?
Well, we have a new way to write the word black. It's going to be capitalized now when referring to people in a racial, ethnic, or cultural context, weighing in on that hotly debated issue. Because a lot of people have said.
But I thought we moved on to sexual harassment now.
Well, we're doing them both. We're going to do them simultaneously.
Wow, we're going to fight two wars at once? Two different fronts?
More than that, but yes. Yes.
So you have to capitalize in the AP style book.
In the AP, they're going to be capitalizing the word black when they're talking about people. And I'm sure the word white will be a capital W coming
Goes without saying.
Very, very soon.
Goes without saying.
Now, they haven't said that, but I'm sure in the interest of fairness and equity, they'll be capitalizing.
Yeah, that press release is being typed up right now.
It's being crafted right now. Yep. All right, we'll see you for a Frivolous Friday.
I hope so.
Tomorrow.
Pat Gray, only on the Blaze Radio Network.